birds come in. Sounds like I see seats in there. I'm on your turf again. This, that, you from the back of the. I got a girl, Brad. She go to battle. LED logo the tag. I go in back of the. They all from that. My diamonds, they all look at. This, that. I go to bed on bed. I got the beam in the flats. I got it in the back. Haters, they talk the chat. They step on the rock, the man. I'm a K-back. 400K. I found out where you lay at. I got the lurking and they hate cats. Pockets stay fat. I got the from the block and they spamming, they know what banks at. I got the work on the avenue, they know what tanks at. I got the live in the mansion, they know what at. I got some that's up in the jet and they know what.
Coach, winter is just around the corner as you get a look at New Era Field just south of Buffalo, New York. A few moments ago, to the delight of this Buffalo crowd, it was the Bills racing out of the tunnel as they get set to match up with Matthew Stafford and the Detroit Lions. It's the final 3 weeks of the season. Still plenty to play for here as we're underway in Week 15. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Now the first carry for the former Jaguar. This is Chris Ivory. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Allen looks to throw on 2nd down. He'll get this one complete to Zay Jones. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. A good pickup there, 26 yards. And on this first drive, looks like they want to get that vertical passing game going early.
And they did, and what a warning shot they just fired. If you're not going to back up and play coverage deep, we're going to attack you all game long. And once you adjust to that and you start to back off, then that opens things up underneath. A really nice start for them. Great way to get the game going.
From midfield, here's Allen. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. It'll be a pickup of only a yard, and that'll make this a 2nd down. Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen. Stepping up. He'll try and run. And he slides to avoid the hit. Give him 18 on that one as the Bills are going to have a 1st down.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. First down, and they're going to throw without it. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Pressure, and that's certainly going to be a key to this game going forward. And that time, they were able to get in there and influence the throw. And remember, quarterbacks got to get rid of it. They don't have the tuck rule that they can fall back on anymore.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 as they line up 2nd and 10.
Watch it now, Barney. Barney. We got three, fellas. We got three. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Watch it now, Barney. Barney. Hot. Hot.
Here's the now 30-year-old running back, LaShawn McCoy. He'll get it to the 23-yard line. A nice job to get 8 there after the incompletion, and now they'll look at a 3rd and 2 coming up.
And that was a good run. This was only one of 9 guys to go over 1,000 yards in 2017. And I think you can't let him run wild here.
What do you think, 100 yards, the measuring stick?
Always. That is the threshold. You want to keep him under that if you want to play good defense.
And not even back to the line of scrimmage this time as they're on him quickly once more. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1. And Hauschka's kick is good. And the Bills' opening drive yields 3. So a pretty good opening drive. That'll make the home fans somewhat happy. They wanted 6, but they got 3 in the early lead.
And they should be happy. The guys look good getting down the field. That's got to give them a little bit of hope that good things are in store here today for them.
This fielded at the 2. And he'll take this across the 25. Couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. Stafford and the Lions now have it 1st and 10 at their own 27. Now the Georgia Southern man. This is Jerick McKinnon. He finds an opening past the 40. And he'll take this down to the 40-yard line. 34 yards there and a 1st down.
That outside handoff to the left, that play has to warm the heart of an offensive line coach because they controlled the left side where they were supposed to, but they didn't allow anything to leak from the backside on the right side of the offensive line either. Well played.
Yeah, and it created a big run. Right back to him on 1st down. Well, he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Touchdown, Detroit. Jerick McKinnon, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Lions are going to take a 1st quarter lead. Now Matt Prater for the point after. Prater for the extra point. And that makes it a 7-3 lead. Here's Prater now set to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Back onto the field now comes the Bills offense. The partner just looking at some of the struggles they've had this season. The playoffs are not in their future. As they start to peer toward the offseason, what moves might they make?
I think the running back position, and I know we talk all the time about the NFL being a passing league, but the teams that run the ball effectively, they're the ones that go deep into the playoffs and go to the Super Bowl. They have to upgrade here. And you and I both know in recent years in the draft, people have shied away from taking a runner early, but if there's that special one there, I say they go get him.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. On 2nd down, it's McCoy. And he'll get this up over the 25 to the 26. They'll get 4 on 2nd down, but it leaves him with 3rd and still 9 to go. We haven't seen much from him running the football here in this 1st quarter.
No, you're right about that. We haven't seen much of him at all so far. They've stacked him up pretty well, but when you're trying to run the football, sometimes you got to play the long game. Keep handing it to him, and some of those runs that aren't working now, they turn into 6, 7, 8, and maybe more later on.
And he'll be brought down with the 1st down and a late flag here, too. And he may get a few more tacked on for good measure. And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage.
Gone, gone! Gone, gone!
They go play action here on 1st down. Looking for Jones, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 18. And they're going to take over right there at the 22-yard line. He's had his interception woes early in his rookie season, but sometimes that happens. There are great examples of guys in the past that have had those same struggles early.
You are so correct. And what the team and organization is hoping, we're going to see these woes now. But later, when we're helping him with his Hall of Fame speech, we'll remember his rookie year and how things began.
That'll go as a loss of 5. A false start backs him up 5. 1st and 15. They run it with McCammon. So a nice job to break the one tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. It's a 5-yard pickup, so essentially they get the penalty yardage back, and it's back to 2nd and 10. Here's McCannon. And a short gain there as he'll get it up only to about the 24. Jerry Hughes on the stop.
Sometimes your philosophies get challenged at times you don't want them to. They did try to stick to the running game on the first 2 plays. Didn't amount to much.
And now facing a 3rd and long at the outset of this drive.
All right, here we go, here we go. Hey, tag 50 left. Give me the radar. Like 7. 4 down, 4 down.
Throwing on 3rd down, Stafford. He's got his man here. It's Green. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A very solid gain of 27. That will get our first update of the afternoon for the Meadowlands. And it's the Titans who are off to the early lead in that ball game. We'll keep you updated on that one as it progresses. So 1st and 10 now in Buffalo territory at the 49-yard line. Now the Notre Dame man, this is Theo Riddick. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
Here's Stafford. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight. Unable to find anyone open.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. From the gun, here's Stafford. Steps away to his left. And that's complete to Luke Wilson. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Stafford to the former Seahawk Wilson for Lions first.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
They'll run it now out of the gun. Breaks the tackle. He's got room to run. And he'll take it down to the 30-yard line. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
This is the newest member of the Lion backfield, LeGarrette Blount. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2. Nice job there defensively to clamp down because really they've been on their heels this drive.
Agreed, and they really needed that one for confidence, just to feel a little bit better. But I don't know if I would be daunted by them stopping me on one run. This drive has gone pretty well. I could come right back at them.
They're trying to keep the drive going. This will be play number 8. It's 3rd and 2. Now it's Stafford. And he hits the tight end. It's Deion Sims. And they'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. His first catch there, good for 10 yards and a first down. The Lions into the red zone for the first time. 1st and 10 right at the 20. Now Blount. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up 2nd down.
Well, forget about finding a lane there. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. Probably fortunate he was able to hold on to the football.
Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on 2nd down. To throw on 2nd down is Stafford. Eluding the pressure right. Letting one go. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Micah Hyde. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
I think that interception happened for 2 reasons. Quarterback gets outside the pocket and panics a little bit. And receiver doesn't make sure he's absolutely in an open spot. So there's a guy lurking, took the ball from him.
Yeah, so don't wave your arms, right, as a receiver if you're not wide open.
Got to know that you're open. Otherwise, just don't do it.
Allen and the Bills now with a 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Check. Patriot. Now let's go.
So after the INT, it's Allen. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Jones. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A really good pickup of 28 yards. So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield.
Hurry up, here we go. Blue line.
Allen now on 1st down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19.
Gun.
From the gun, it's Allen. And boy, that one drops incomplete. But if he was hit a fraction sooner, it may have been a fumble.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync. Only way to play good defense.
Gun.
On 3rd and long, it's Allen. Airing one out for Macklin, deep downfield. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
It'll go as a 42, make it a 43-yard punt, 6 on the return, and the Lions will take over. And Detroit getting set to go now. A tale of two extremes already in this game. A touchdown pass on their opening drive followed by an interception last time out.
Now, it sounds like things balance out, right? What's that mythological thing that we do? If you have a candy bar, have a diet soda with it, it balances it out. And we know that's not really true, right? Because the interception, that sting lingers a little bit longer. Got to come out now and put together some nice plays.
And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. 2 minutes remain here in the first half. Back to Buffalo after this. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Now Riddick. And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
On 2nd down, here's Stafford. Escaping the pressure right. It's complete here to T.Y. Hilton. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a 1st down. Now McKinnon. They showed off a nice juke in the defender before the next wave could bring him down. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
Now a play fake it at Stafford. Flush to his right. Wide open receiver complete. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. And now we won't see a play on 1st down. We're going to get a timeout instead, as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half. Going to give this time to the tailback. And strong running there as he's inside the 10 and down to the 8-yard line. Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
All right, boys, here we go.
Here's Stafford now on 2nd down. And he's going to go down. Sacked right around the 17. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the 2nd quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. And now they'll take a timeout defensively. After the 2nd down play, they burn the timeout, making them sweat out the final few ticks here in the 2nd quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. From the right hash, this from 33. And Prater's kick is on the money. It's good. So we have reached halftime with the visiting Lions taking the lead to the break. We now proceed to the start of the 2nd half. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Lions offense now with a football first here to begin quarter number 3. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down. Well, the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. To throw on second down. Stafford. And his throw is incomplete. The tight end, Luke Wilson, was the target. And now it's 3rd down. A pretty good coverage there, and both of these defenses, they've had good coverage throughout this one.
No doubt about it. And in today's NFL, where we're used to a bit more scoring, this feels almost like a well-pitched game in baseball on both sides where the tension continues to build. Who's going to make the big play?
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Here's Stafford. And that is incomplete.
I know I'm not giving enough credit to the defenders because that pass was incomplete. But come on, it was A.J. Green. I always expect him to come up with the ball.
Yeah, on those deep routes especially, even on incompletions, it's fun to watch him run those routes.
It certainly is, but he eats up ground, and he usually goes up and gets it.
Here's Sam Martin now as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. That's taken on the 25. A very good return there. Give him an even 20 yards. And the Bills will take over the football with a 1st and 10. So here's the Bills offense now. They get ready for their first possession of the second half. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone. And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working, and call more of that. Allen and the Bills now with a 1st and 10 at the 45. They'll start on the ground with McCoy. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Credit the tackle that time to Deshaun Hand. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there. Yeah, that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold them to no gain.
Watch him now, Barney. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
On play action, Allen. And that one goes incomplete. He's maybe lucky it wasn't a fumble as he got hit as he threw it.
We've seen these defenses make enough opportunistic plays to keep this one low scoring. Flying around, making plays on the ball, and we see yet another errant throw as a result.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
Set. 3-19.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. And they convert on 3rd with a gain of 22.
Did you see that route the way that I did? I thought he was trying to get deep.
Yeah, that wasn't the first option.
No, it came off of that guy, the deep guy, and came underneath on the drag, completed it very well.
From the 34 now, here's first and 10. Now a whistle, and I think a penalty here for a delay. No, they're going to say timeout. They did get the timeout in time. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. They run the counter to Ivory. A gain of 3, second down.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
Now Allen throwing on second down. And under the Lions' pressure, he's brought down. Olivier Vernon in there to get him, and that's sack number 8 for him on the year. The Bills on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 14.
Lucky 56. Lucky 56. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Detroit! Detroit! Gun, gun! Gun, gun!
So the shotgun snap to Allen. Looking for Decker, and it's intercepted. Picked off Byron Jones. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line. Decker, the intended receiver. Stafford and the Lions now have it 1st and 10 at the 33-yard line. The drive starts with a handoff to McKinnon. And he'll be taken down right around the 34 after a pickup of only a yard.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And the hole closes quickly. He gets it across the 35 to the 36-yard line. The tackle is made by Micah Hyde.
Sometimes you're aligned perfectly and the play comes to you, and sometimes you got to cover some ground to go make the play, as we just saw there.
We saw a great example of perseverance right there on that play.
Got to be careful. They might want to throw one over his head as this game progresses.
To throw on third down. Stafford flushed out right. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
But has not been the best game for him, but he definitely tried to get by with a little help from his friend there, trying to create a big play.
Couldn't do it, fell incomplete. But you're right, hasn't been a banner game here in the second half, just trying to get going.
Big thing is trying to keep confidence up and continue to fire.
Now the Bills offense gets ready to head back onto the field. And both of these defenses have been stifling these last few drives offensively. Just not able to get anything going. So what needs to change?
I think a lot of the guys will go back and review, so to speak, because everyone has someone assigned to how did each play work. Okay, what did we use that kind of worked for us during this game? Try and get back to some of those plays, as well as the possibility of showing something you haven't shown already in this game and trying to change things up.
We'll see if they take the advice of Mr. Davis. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down, a very solid gain on that play.
On second down, here's Allen. He's going to loft one deep over the middle. So the long attempt falls innocently to the ground, and it brings up third.
One of the toughest things about playing defensive back is pattern reading, trying to figure out what they're doing. And on that one, they had the fly, just sending a guy downfield with the in route accompanying it, what people call a dagger route, trying to hit the guy underneath after the clear out. In this case, though, they're not able to get it done.
Yeah, they said forget the underneath route. They went for the guy on the fly, but as you said, incomplete. And able to find Decker. His first catch, and it's a pretty big one. They get the conversion on third down.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
This quarterback now 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
They'll run it now out of the gun. Found a little room there as he's up to about the 37. In on the stop, the safety, Troy Apke. Charles, I think sometimes maybe we take LaShawn McCoy for granted. Been in the league since 2009. He's played 12 or more games every season as a running back. 30 years old this year. What do you see for his future?
I still see a very bright future for him, and you're exactly right. We do kind of take him for granted. Remember, he was with Philadelphia. Then he goes to Buffalo. Buffalo goes through the playoff drought before last season. And the Eagles, they win a Super Bowl without him. So, yeah, we forget just how special he is. But I do think with his running style, he's got many more seasons left. So many screen passes are the result of excellent acting by everyone. But sometimes the guy who's getting the ball tips the play off. The running back, because he's eager to get the pass, and sometimes he doesn't act very well about whether he's going to block or leak out or whatever. And I think that they saw that, and that's why they were able to get to him on it.
Here's Allen. It's caught. Jones. And he's got the first down as he's up to the 45-yard line. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. On first down, Allen. Forced out to his left. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be 2nd and a couple.
Now, that was not a bad scramble there on first down. He didn't force it, nor did he throw it away. He was able to take off, and now he made it a very manageable 2nd and short.
A give to McCoy. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. 9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive. You gave the stat early on that he's one of just 9 guys to go over 1,000 yards last year, and then you said they needed to bottle him up for under 100 yards. He's way under 100 yards.
Bottom line, he's had virtually no success whatsoever.
And because of that, among a couple other reasons, they're down on the scoreboard. And they'll keep it on the ground with McCoy. And he'll take this one down to the 36. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
On play action, Allen. And his throw here's incomplete.
Timing's crucial in any route thrown, but when you throw an out, so many things are going through the mind of the receiver. Catching the ball, timing it up with the quarterback. Are my feet going to get down in bounds? On that play, all those things going through his head might have caused him to drop it.
The Bills on third down. They've hit 4 of 7. This is 3rd and 8.
Leopard! Leopard!
10th carry now for McCoy. And he gets it down to the 32. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and it'll bring up a 4th down.
It's interesting going into this game. There was so much talk from both sides about who would control the line of scrimmage. I think we've seen who has it in this one so far.
Well, they've bottled him up. He's barely averaging over 3 yards a carry right now. One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. One final try here for Allen. That's Foster hauling it in over the middle. And he picks up the first before he's taken down at the 29. Just a gain of 3, but they'll certainly take it as they convert on 4th down. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10.
Lucky 56! Lucky 56!
On 1st down, this is Ivory. And only able to muster a couple down to about the 27.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
So they fake the handoff. Now Allen. Oh, no, he lost the football. And fortunately, the Bills jump on it and get it back.
On plays like this, when the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long.
Detroit! 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 Detroit!
Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen. He's going to let this one go deep. And that is caught. Touchdown, Buffalo. Colby Listenby, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Bills are an extra point away from tying the football game. And now a critical extra point attempt here. Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And, partner, we've got a tie game here in the 4th. Set to go now with the kickoff. These two teams all even again as we continue in this wild 4th quarter. This is taken at the 3. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. So the Lions offense ready to go back out onto the field. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
Well, they had the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Stafford. Green's got it over the middle. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Throwing is Stafford. Being chased out left. He's got his man here. It's Green. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Time for a break. We'll come back and see how it all shakes out after this. McKinnon. And an alley to run. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling. Probably had 60,000 thinking pass right there, including us in the booth.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That was a big call, big guts on that one. And guess what? That run, it'll pay dividends.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line. Now the Bills will take another timeout, as they'll get it with just over 90 seconds to go in the ball game. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. He'll run it here with Bill. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively, because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
On the toss, it's McKinnon. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. And now we're going to get a timeout here called by the defense, as they'll get it with just a shade under a minute to go in the game. The Lions on 3rd down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This is 3rd and 7. They run once more with McKinnon. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
A game-winning field goal would be a chip shot from here. Let's see how they play it on 1st and goal. And they'll go with the ground attack here. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. 5 yards, a good run there, and now 2nd and goal. Now they get the timeout. It leads you to wonder, will they kick it here or risk running another play and possibly not getting down in time? We'll see. Stafford's going to take it himself. Officially no gain on the sneak. Kind of a wasted play there, and now it's 3rd down. And we are set for a great finish as that timeout comes in with 2 seconds to go in this football game. So here's the veteran kicker, Matt Prater. 2 seconds on the clock. This for the win. And it is good. He splits the uprights on the chip shot. And the Lions are going to win this game. A road win in the National Football League. Charles, you never take that for granted, no matter who you're playing, no matter where you're playing.
You take it and you run with it. And you know you primed the pump all week in your own home facility. No one thinks we can do this. Only people who believe are right here in this room. And then you go on the road, band together, and get it done.